Have you ever adopted a dog, hoping for an instant connection, only to find that bonding takes time and effort? During my time volunteering at an animal shelter, I saw many adoptions. One particular case stayed with me. A family excitedly adopted a dog, but after a few weeks, they returned, concerned that the dog wasn't warming up to them as they had hoped. This experience highlighted the importance of understanding a dog's behavior and emotions, especially in the early stages of adoption. Adopting a dog is a journey filled with love and challenges. However, it's crucial to recognize when your new furry family member might not be connecting with you as expected. In this video, we'll discuss 14 signs that your dog may not be as fond of you as you'd like, and what these signs mean for your relationship. During my time at the animal shelter, I noticed how each dog's tail movement was a clear indicator of their feelings. One dog in particular would wag its tail so vigorously that its whole body seemed to wiggle, clearly showing excitement and happiness. On the other hand, another dog often had a slow wag, signaling its uncertainty in the new environment. The most poignant was seeing dogs with their tails tucked between their legs, a sure sign of fear or anxiety. Understanding these subtle tail movements helped us at the shelter better respond to each dog's emotional needs. I remember a shelter dog who, after every meal, would immediately come over to us volunteers for some playtime or a cuddle. This behavior was a heartwarming reminder that his connection with us went beyond just seeing us as a source of food. Conversely, there were dogs that preferred to be alone post-meals, indicating a potential discomfort or a weaker bond. It was a signal for us to spend more time with them, fostering a deeper sense of trust and companionship. Eye contact with dogs was always telling at the shelter. Some dogs would look at us with a relaxed and soft gaze, showing their comfort and trust. However, there were also dogs that avoided eye contact, appearing weary or anxious. This behavior was a cue for us to engage in more gentle, positive interactions to build their trust and comfort level with human engagement and presence. At the shelter, observing where dogs chose to sleep provided insights into their feelings of safety and comfort. Dogs that curled up in corners or away from high-traffic areas often seemed to be seeking a sense of security. In contrast, dogs that slept near the entrance or where people frequently passed by seemed more at ease and trusting of their environment. This understanding guided us into creating sleeping spaces that catered to each dog's comfort level, helping them feel more secure and connected in the shelter environment. At the shelter, I saw firsthand how a dog's response to commands could vary based on their trust level. One rescue dog, previously mistreated, was initially very reluctant to follow any commands. This hesitance was not about stubbornness, but rather a lack of trust. Over time, with consistent and positive reinforcement training, his responsiveness improved significantly. This transformation underscored the importance of patience and positive reinforcement in building trust and strengthening the bond between a dog and its owner. There was a dog at the shelter who would happily accept treats from some volunteers, but consistently refused them from others. It became clear that this behavior was not about the treats themselves, but rather about who was offering them. This treat refusal was a sign of discomfort or mistrust towards specific individuals. By fostering a more positive and gentle interaction, we gradually saw an improvement in his willingness to accept treats from a wider range of people. Toy sharing is often a sign of affection and trust in dogs. I remember a dog who would play and share toys with certain volunteers, but was hesitant to do the same with others. This lack of toy sharing indicated a lower level of trust or comfort. By encouraging play in a friendly and non-threatening manner, we were able to build more trust and eventually got him to engage more openly with others. At the shelter, I observed dogs that had been adopted and returned. Some of these dogs had former, stronger bonds with certain family members over others. These dogs would seek affection from those they were closer to, seemingly ignoring others. Improving this dynamic involved the less favored individuals spending more one-on-one time with the dog, partaking in the dog's favorite activities. Physical affection is a significant aspect of bonding with a dog. However, some dogs at the shelter were uncomfortable with being touched, especially those with a traumatic past. We learned that it was essential to build up to more physical interactions gradually, using positive reinforcement to make them more comfortable and help them associate touch with positive experiences. While at the shelter, I encountered dogs that displayed aggressive behaviors like growling or baring teeth when approached by certain people. These were clear indicators of discomfort or perceived threat. It was crucial to approach these situations cautiously to prevent any escalation. In such cases, consulting a professional behaviorist proved invaluable. They helped us understand and address the underlying causes of these behaviors, ensuring the safety and well-being of both the dogs and the people around them. One clear sign of a dog's affection is their reaction to an owner's return. At the shelter, we often saw dogs who would light up with joy when their favorite volunteers walked in. Some dogs showed little to no reaction when certain individuals approached, continuing with their activity without acknowledgement. This indifference often indicated a lack of a strong emotional bond, which was a point of focus in our efforts to build relationships with these dogs. Most dogs at the shelter sought out physical contact for comfort and affection. However, there were exceptions. Some dogs would consistently move away when approached or avoid sitting close. This behavior, particularly noticeable if they sought affection from others but not from specific individuals, was a significant sign of discomfort or lack of affection towards those individuals. Understanding and respecting their space was key to gradually building trust and comfort. Playtime is an essential bonding activity, and most dogs at the shelter eagerly participated. However, some dogs would disengage or show disinterest, especially when certain people initiated play. This lack of interest was often a sign that the dog didn't feel a strong connection or enjoyment in the company of those individuals. On the other hand, seeing them play joyfully with others highlighted the need for building a more positive relationship. Observing dogs' body language was crucial at the shelter. Some dogs exhibited stress signals like excessive panting, yawning, or showing the whites of their eyes, particularly around certain people. These behaviors suggested that the dog felt uncomfortable or anxious in the presence of those individuals. Recognizing and addressing these signs was important for fostering a sense of safety and comfort for the dogs, especially in building new relationships. At the shelter, understanding and responding to each dog's dislikes and preferences was essential for building trust. Recognizing signs of discomfort, like avoiding cuddles or ignoring commands, was crucial. We learned to respect their space and work patiently on establishing trust. This involved creating routines, ensuring a safe environment, and using positive reinforcement in training. Addressing trust issues demanded patience and consistency. For dogs showing distrust or discomfort, we focused on building a bond gradually. Here are a few strategies that we used. Number 1, like we said, was patience and consistency. Number 2, respecting their space. Number 3, positive reinforcement training. And number 4, seek professional help if all else fails. We also explored some advanced techniques for deepening bonds with the more distant or uncomfortable dogs. We incorporated specialized training methods. This included clicker training for clear communication, desensitization to reduce anxiety, and bond-building exercises like agility training. We also established routines. Dedicating quality time and providing safe spaces in the shelter were crucial for making dogs feel secure and valued. We also tried to address the root cause of discomfort. Regular veterinary checkups, behavioral assessments, and environmental enrichment helped us address underlying issues causing behavioral problems. Maintaining a healthy relationship with a dog is an ongoing journey. As volunteers, we continuously adapt to meet the changing needs of the dogs, focusing on their health, training, and emotional well-being to sustain our connection with them. Building and maintaining a relationship with your dog is a journey filled with learning and growth. It's about understanding their needs, effective communication, and providing a loving, secure environment. Embracing these principles and adapting to your dog's changing needs are key to a strong, enduring bond. This journey, as I've seen at the shelter and in my interactions with various dogs, brings joy and fulfillment to both the dog and the owner. What have been your experiences in nurturing a bond with your dog? Share your stories and insights in the comments below to guide others on their path to a deeper connection with their canine companions.